Yeah, 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 yeah. What's going on, everybody? Turn my mic up some. Get nice and loud so y'all can hear me. How is everybody doing today? 9/10/2023, September 10th. Yes, Sunday. You could be anywhere else in the world. You are here with your boy, Nick Moses 05. Now, let me make sure I don't want y'all. I'm trying to get the camera straight, man. I've been working. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. We'll take it. Okay. So much I gotta discuss, man. I want to jump right into the episode. Usually I start at 6, a little behind. I actually am going to be live later for a sponsorship. Some of you who are watching, podcasts, you might not see this. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain. But those who are watching, I usually have a starting soon screen up. And you see, we killed it, man. Ant Legion needed a total of 40 people to complete it. Man, we had like 49, bro. Come on, man. It's your boy, man. It's MoFam. We in here. It's all y'all, man. Stop playing. Y'all know how we do. So anyway, I want to thank everybody who helped support that. If you do want to ever help support that, just go to the Twitter page. You will see the Twitter post. Just follow the post, man. We got a lot of different sponsors jumping out and helping the MoFam brand. Now, outside of that, okay, I want to jump straight into the bullshit. Algorithm all fucked up. We don't care about the algorithm. That shit is dead. All right. Hold on a second. I got to take my my medication. I'm on medication. All right. And yes, I'm going to do what you should not probably do. Mixing two things you should not ever mix. So, kids, do not try this at home ever. And I will only do one. I only do one. I'll make it a good one, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only going to do one. I'm not going to get crazy. Last thing I need to be on here. Nick Mo did and just crash and everything just, done. All right. But yo, let's go ahead and get straight into the show. No bullshit. Let's jump into it, man. Bam! We're going to start off with the first of everything. E3. Yo, E3, what the hell, man? Yo, what the hell, man? Why are we still talking about you? E3, I want to tell you something about PR. All right, I ain't the master of PR, but let me break down something for you. Matter of fact, I don't even need this. Y'all see, I got that on. I don't even need that. But let me break down something for you, PR. If you don't have anything good to say, just don't say it. Don't say it. Sometimes the element of surprise is better. I would rather to not hear anything and then 2024, 2025 hit, some shit drop. That's what I'd rather be seeing. But of course, that's not the case. Now, I want to go ahead and get the chat and everything pulled up. I want to make sure I can switch everything, back and forth. Okay, we good. We good. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and break the news down of what's been going on with E3 lately. So ESA and ReedPop parted ways, for those who don't know. Okay, this long-standing collaboration between ESA and ReedPop came to an abrupt end, and a lot of people, were trying to find out the underlying reasons for this fallout and to ponder whether this split signified a strong downturn for E3. Is that the death of E3? ReedPop was like the last hope. We all were sitting there like, man, ReedPop's going to be, oh man, this is going to be great. It's going to be great, man. We're going to love this. And oh man. So despite the setbacks, ESA's president, Stanley Pierre Lewis, shout out Stanley Pierre Lewis, all right, voices a firm commitment to reinvent E3 to its former glory. We question whether this aspiration is feasible, especially considering the rising prominence of individual showcases by industry giants such as Sony and Nintendo. That is true. That is true. You have a lot of these showcases that do not need E3 to thrive. It doesn't. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little background, okay? E3's diminished appeal. Many high-profile franchises, developers, we can go on and on, have abandoned E3 for their own solo ventures. Can E3 recover? I'm going to be honest. If they keep talking, they won't. PR team, this is from Nick Mo to you. Do not talk anymore about E3. Just drop it. When you got everything planned, just drop it. Don't tell us who's going to be there. Don't tell us, because I'm going to be honest. It seems like when you drop the news, that's when everything fails. Things look good until you hear, hey, guys, we're going to be ready to go in 2 months. Oh, man, now it's going downhill. Okay. Guys, I don't know if you know how old I am, but I'm not an old bastard, right? I'm a sexy young man. I don't want you to hate. But nonetheless, I will say I remember E3 for its fame and glory. For those who do not know, all you young kids who sitting there shitting on E3, talking about E3 or how bad it is, and I know we got all these other conferences. I've been to a lot of the other cons. Okay, I just came back from PopCon. Shout out PopCon. Shout out Carl Doninger. My man was holding it down. Seeing you, Carl. You held us down, sir. Thank you. And y'all will see those interviews and that PopCon content to come. Ming Chen interview. We're doing a lot, right? But I remember E3 in its glory. E3 was the breakthrough for video games. You actually were not the it game unless you had your game showcased at E3. Matter of fact, there were a lot of games who did not even have the opportunity to showcase at E3 because it was so full. So many developers, so many different, suits, ties all around the building. This was like, it looked like Wall Street and E3 back in the 90s, man. It was going down. You got the best demos. Do you know the demos people used to come back with from E3? Like, you used to come back with a demo that was exclusive. Your neighborhood looked at you like a different man. A boy, depending on the age. But it's just a different thing. I don't think we're ever going to get that again, E3. Do not try to recreate that. Don't do it. Just be you. Okay? I will admit, I am a straight sucker for E3 because I do remember the history. I don't know about you young punks, but I can tell you the history of E3 goes deep. There were many people who I respected just because they were able to get media and press credentials at E3. Now, by the way, we get press credentials at E3, of course. Why wouldn't we now? You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we did for the last one we did. It was a digital event. We did do a lot of different interviews. So shout out to everybody that helped participate in that. And now we've grown to that point where I would love to be able to go to LA to actually participate in E3. And I don't think we're getting that. So E3, I'm going to have to keep it real. And this is Nick Mo before I go on to the next one. Stop it. Stop it, E3. Stop talking about it. Stop mentioning it. Stop saying anything about it. Every time you speak on it, people cringe. I seen E3 in the title and I thought, why? And I'm going to tell you why a lot of people feel that way. It's not just because we're hating on you. It's because year after year after year, you have promised an event. There has not been an in-person event since 2019. 2019, y'all. Y'all know how long ago that was? I don't think y'all know, okay? A long ass time. And still, you are talking about, hey, we're going to be back in full effect 2024, 2025. Get ready, guys. No! Matter of fact, we're going to... Let me tell you about today and PR. And that's why I got to be brutally honest, because I love E3. I would love to go. So I just want y'all to know that, okay? E3, you need to understand that today it's like waves. Either you're up or you're down. And right now, E3, you're down. And you know how you come back up? You make waves. That way you do something that no one expected, and boom, your wave comes. You don't get to bring up the name E3 and think you're going to live off the 2019 year. It's just not going to work. People want to be back in these conferences, and you got all these other expos, cons happening. And RePop was the last hope for many. So E3, I'm going to tell you this. Shut that up. Don't say anything else. President, anybody, excuse me, directly to you, ESA President Stanley Pierre Lewis. Holla at your boy. I'll go ahead and represent E3. I don't care, because I know right now it's not looking good for you. And if I was out there representing y'all y'all know what I'll be doing? I'll be saying, yo, y'all need to chill. E3 is known for the history. We're not trying to do that, but I want y'all to know that it should be people. The people who going to come to E3 are people who care about E3, not the others. We don't want them. We don't want them people just coming to see some new games. No, we want the history. Why don't you bring the history of E3? Why don't you talk about how important E3 was to the history of gaming? You can do that because you're E3. Damn it. Damn it. Y'all, that's it for that. I ain't gonna go on too much more. Shout out Stanley Pierre Lewis. Stanley, listen to me. All right. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. It seems like I'm doing good. Oh, okay. Doing good. Now, Ruben, hold on. We're going to put that picture back up. Ruben, I can't do you like that, Ruben. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Joe, also. I'm going to get to Joe's comments as well. Well, I like to get to the comment days, man. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? The comment days is there. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Can I give myself a bad sound? All right, what I got? I don't know what I got, man. I'm going to try some. Hold up. I do know what I got. Hey! Gave myself to it. He said, I used to love E3. It's a shadow of what it used to be. Remember, little by little, the big gaming companies, they just stopped showing up and it died. Well said, Ruben. Well said. And nice to see you here. I know it's been a while. It don't even matter. You can walk in and out. That's how the door is. You know what I'm saying? I got the old Western saloon doors. You know what I'm saying? Bing, bing. You just come in. I don't even know you came in. You was in the back. I'm going to holler at you after the show. All right? E3 will never be like it used to be. I agree, Joe. It will never be like it used to be. I'm going to tell you, they shouldn't even try. They should try to actually reinvent. That's the PR move. That's the spin. We're not trying to be the gaming conference where everybody comes to see new games. We're trying to be the retro conference, the conference where everybody comes to recognize the history of E3, the importance of E3, what E3 meant to the gaming industry. And you could be able to see some history from E3. There were certain things that I'm sure are still probably in the archives that you have for E3, whether it be statues, video games, things that are wonderful things that you could use. So there's a beautiful spin E3 could totally do, and I don't know why they're not doing it. I'm not a PR master. I didn't go to school for this shit, but obviously you cannot say we're coming with an event. We're coming with an event. We're coming with an event. We don't want to hear that. We don't, because you've been promising that since 2019. I attended the digital event. I actually liked it. The website was horrible on the back end, but nonetheless, I was able to get some interviews and speak to some people and some developers that I still have contact with today. And actually, I got to thank E3 because they're the reasons that kind of opened me up to go to other conferences and to see other things. So I got to thank them. I got to thank them at the same time. But you need to smarten up. Okay, you need to smarten up. All right. Now, E3 is like G4, dead and gone. Man, well said, man.
Ran off on the plug twice.
They did. They just run off on the plug every time, man. Let me go ahead and cheers to bye-bye E3. E3, I'm not going to say you're gone because I believe in you, man. But one thing I'm going to say before I cheer it up on this one, I'm just going to say E3, stop talking unless you're talking about reinventing, giving some people ideas of what it could be outside of just releasing games. You're not the event to be releasing upcoming games. You're not the event to be breakthroughing anything. You're the event that needs to understand your place. Your place now is history, so live off of it. You got history. You got so much. People are jealous. There are other conferences that are jealous of the history you have. Lean on that. Cheers. I won't be taking any more because I'll tell you guys, I'll get straight wasted. I did last time. I got a little bit tipsy. I was slurring my words and shit. All it takes is one shot. Yo, I'm one of those to be like, yo, I just had a Vegas bomb and I'm lit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This Vegas bomb got me lit. Ooh, this Long Island iced tea got me sweating. Stop. Right now it's Tito's though, man. Shout out to Tito's, man. Big shout out to Tito's. Y'all, this one right here we got to talk about, and my man Joe, yo. Shout out. You're right. Starfield is awesome, man. We just gonna do a random chat. We're gonna bring up random shit to talk about later on. That's why I want to hurry up and get through these subjects. I'm gonna chop these up. Y'all know how I do. I repost. I got my shit going, boy. Yeah. And also we got sponsorships to do. I'm gonna be live on Twitch. I got interviews to drop. I got a lot of work to do, man. So I'm just trying. Right now, it's all about recouping. I need to make this money, man. So shout out to the sponsors, man. Shout out to the sponsors. All right, but true. Off topic. Hold up. We gotta talk about it. We off topic. Shit, I ain't even start the subject yet. Hold up, Nick. Off topic. But did you guys talk about the Nintendo Switch Pixel Shop being out? Yo, we ain't talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you. Look, when you said BB, right there, man. We ain't talk about it yet. We are gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about the Pixel Shop being out. Yo, how many people was mad to shop down? Yo, people don't play with their shops, man. People do not play with their shops. Yo, since it's been down, I haven't checked any, news lately. I'm not on the Discord, I think. Actually, I am. I'll take it back. I might be All right. No, it's okay. Rest in peace. We ain't never talk about the Pixel Shop being dead. I heard somebody was reviving it, an alternative. You know how that go. It's always somebody to live on the dream. Now, I will say before I move on to the subject, yo, just so you know what my man Ruben's talking about, we got a lot of people listening on the podcast. I'm going to explain when he's talking about the Pixel Shop. Everybody who has a modded Nintendo Switch, you know what we love to do? All right, I'm going to put myself in it. I'm not doing it. All right, plead the fifth. But I'm going to say we anyway. What we like to do is we like to have a shop on our system. So when a new game drops, even before it comes out, sometimes it's early, we can simply go to the shop, click a button, and download it and play the game. I'm going to tell you how dope that is. I travel often. A lot of people don't even know where the hell I am most of the time because I'm always gone. Right? But the truth is, when you're going, it's perfect because if you have a shop, you can be able to click, download a game, and it depends on the hotel speed or if you have a hotspot. But now you can download the game and you have something to play while you're away. That's dope. So brand new games you can play and you can bring your dock. You can play with other people. You can play out in public. Long as you got internet, it's a beautiful thing to have a shop. What do you do when the shop dead? You go back to old school, baby. You start getting those Google Drive links, those decode those what is it, base 32 code, you decode that shit. You go ahead and get that game and you transfer it. That's what you do. Your one feature links, your mega upload, all that. We with all that, man. All right, my bad. I didn't mean to get off topic. Told you I get wild, man, that one shot. But let's go ahead. Yo, let's talk about the rise and the fall of Only Up. Damn, y'all. I got to bring this up because this hit across my desk. And like I said, I'm going to go across this real quick. Okay. But after its release in May, Only Up quickly became a sensation on Steam, fueled by immense popularity on Twitch. And initial success showed 90,000 viewers on Twitch and how it managed to carve out a place in the gaming community itself. So Only Up not only created such a huge viewer base and so many fans that were crazed about it, it actually encouraged other games, other people. The Fortnite Only Up mode was one of the best modes on there. Like there were different games that were creating games inside of them using Only Up style mechanics. So Twitch literally blew this game up. Now, for those who do not know, if you actually go look at the damn reviews, it's mixed. Some people say, hey, it's great, it looks good, you know, it's all right. And then you got people who say it's a dud. You got people say it's the best thing since sliced bread and butter, baby. You get all types of stuff. You don't know. All right. But it's a lot of different mixed reviews. So I suggest you go ahead and figure out how you gonna play the damn game because he took it off the store. Yes, you cannot figure out how to play this game anymore. You know why? Because the developer pulled the game off the store. Yes, I'm not joking. You can go matter of fact, I'm gonna go take a look right now because, you know, I like to cover news. I'm not a guy that played Only Up. I'm gonna be honest. Wasn't really my thing. I did try it in Fortnite. It's all right. But it ain't my type of thing. Let's go ahead and see Only Up. Right? I ain't seeing nothing. Let's go directly to Steam. I was at Steam DB. For those who don't know, man, I'm a Steam DB guy where you can go there and find quick prices and everything a game. Shout out Steam DB. Yo, Steam DB, you need to give me a damn sponsorship for that, by the way. But let's go ahead. Right now, we're going to take a look. Only Up. All right, Only Up single plus multiplayer, Only Up Rising, Only Upwards. It seems like a lot of people are just capturing that Only Up and trying to, you know, walk away with it. Only Up, single player, multiplayer. I think this is it right here. All right, add to your wish list. The game is not available yet on Steam, coming soon. Yep, this is probably it. I think actually they killed it. They killed it, man. And I don't blame them on that. He's going through a lot of stuff. So let's talk about it, okay? Only Up found itself embroiled in controversies, including of accusations accusations. I don't know why I like the accusations, yeah. By accusations of utilizing stolen 3D anime models and unclear affiliation with NFTs. That reek of some young dude shit, don't it? Doesn't that sound like some millennial shit? Like, man, I put the NFTs on there, man. We're going to get rich. Oh, God. We dissect these issues. Okay, we dissect them, we go through them, we break them down, we say what it is, and I can tell you this guy is a millennial sliding into NFTs for an extra buck. All right, but he announced the removal of the game from Steam storefront, also citing personal stress and the desire for healing. Yo, damn, shit, I kind of feel bad, man. Let's go ahead and let me get some words on this. Yo, that was the wrong sound, man. My bad, Dev. My bad. But yo, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100%, man. A lot of people don't understand this, and I'm gonna talk about it because a lot of people don't like to talk about it. They're ashamed to talk about it. Well, Nick Mo is here for you. Mental problems is real. Now, I want to say today we do use that a lot, and we use it to cover up a lot of other shit. Like, oh, I'm having mental issues. Feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, it shouldn't be like that because every single human being on this earth deals with mental issues, and it's just how you handle them. This can be something similar to Flappy Bird. I don't know if a lot of people remember Flappy Bird, but the developer of Flappy Bird actually put up the game. The game was so rampant, so many people were buying it. I heard this dude was making thousands of dollars a minute, and it was just crazy. He actually pulled the game and said he wanted to pull the game for his own sanity. And I wonder if you are a developer, I thought that's what you do it for. I thought you make the game for that, for this viral success. I thought that was the point. Now, for the only up developer, what I will say is if he's young, he is because he put NFTs in there. He's young. All right. He's probably wanting to make future projects. You don't want to be locked down to only up or having to continue to make updates, continue to patch, continue to throw out DLC, and you're stuck on only up. And I want you guys to know I speak with a lot of developers. So this is not some bullshit that I'm just spewing out. One thing that's the hardest thing, and I think Dave Oshry from New Blood Interactive. Shout out New Blood Interactive, okay? Medieval. Y'all need to check that out. But I think he said the hardest thing to do is to move on to the next project. It's very hard because you devote so much energy and so much time into one project that you just don't know like how to move on. And when you move on, it's the best thing because you create the next project, which might be your next best project. I am one that I got an album. If y'all don't know, Memphis Year, y'all can go ahead and check it out. It's on cdbaby.com. It's on Apple iTunes. It's on Spotify. Memphis Year, The Prophet. That is me. I released that album back in 2005. We going on damn near a 20-year anniversary of that shit. Okay. When I released it, it wasn't released on some major label. It wasn't released I was actually independent. I was independent before everybody was even thinking independent was a real thing. All right. And I didn't blow up. I didn't push my songs. I didn't care, but I performed. I went to a couple different stages. I did my songs. I battled. All right. So for those who don't know, that's why I love rap battles. I battle. I understand the mental toll things can take when you're diving into new waters. So I don't want to shit on them for the success and then complaining about it because one thing about me is I rapped and I always thought, yo, I got bars, man. I spit a Nick Mo, spit sick flow, I can get on that. But I got bars. But when I went to some of these places and I rapped, I realized I not just got bars. I was actually better than the majority of my competition. So when I battled, it was literally, I'm going to tell you what it was about me. I wasn't writing lyrically better than everyone, but I had conviction. I had projection. I had persuasion, believability. These are things you need. And it's because it was true. So when you're transparent with yourself and your life, it shows through. And that's how I leaned on handling the mental issues. Like instead of just hurting myself over it. Sometimes I try to just lean into it. You know what I mean? Just face the fear head on. Take the mistake as a learning lesson, not as a bad thing. And that worked for me. So I want to say this: the Only Up dev. So his name is Indie Solo. No, that's got to be his name on the thing. Indie Solo Dev. That's not his real name. That's like a username or some shit. But nonetheless, it said as Indie Solo Dev plans to enhance their game design knowledge before embarking on the next project titled Kith. They speculate on the potential direction and expectations from this sophomore venture. And we wonder, will the learnings from Only Up do anything to that? Now, what's the community reaction? So we got mourning fans. We got encouraging messages. We got abrupt exits. We got poignant reactions. We got everything. Yo, they just... This is why he got out. But I'm going to say this. Next time, what you do. I'm going to tell you what you do. As Nick Mo, I like to provide advice and solutions. I don't just like to talk about the news shit. I like to get it on. So let's do it. What you should have done in this case, you should have passed it on. You should have passed it on. Not necessarily passed it on to someone and like, hey, I'm giving everything to someone else. But what you should have done is you should have found someone who was just as excited about Only Up as you are, who has passion and maybe even more passion than you have for Only Up. Yes, more passion than you. And you let that person handle Only Up because there's no telling where it may go. You might have someone else think, hey, why don't we include different modes? Why don't we include these things? And you might have a whole new game. Fortnite didn't start on Battle Royale, it started on Save the World. And a lot of people don't know that. So when you build on these things, you never know what could come. So I don't think you should have pulled it from stores. I think that you have such a good running. Now, I ain't gonna lie, money, you ain't worried about money. So I just want everybody to know this is not a money thing. I'm sure you're fine with money. If it was a money thing, that shit would be on the store. Point blank, period. All right. We ain't even got to talk about it. If it was about money, it would be on the store. The Flappy Bird guy was making so much damn money, he took that shit off. He said, I don't need the money. Shit, I done made thousands of dollars a minute. Like, I don't need that. And I understand the Only Up developer about money. It's not a money issue. It's I'm tired of dealing with this shit. I'm tired of answering questions. I'm tired of having to answer back to bug requests. I'm tired of having to debate people on why this game is good when you got all types of people praising it and people trashing it at the same time. It's just a hellhole for Only Up because you made what nobody makes. Viral success. So I'm going to tell you this. Laying that shit, love it, smile. You reach something that you may never reach again. You may never reach again. And you need to actually embrace it. I remember Gary Bowser interview dropped. I didn't go, yo, damn, everybody's covering me. Yo, I got people with hundreds of thousands. Yo, he's got 1 million or something. He's covering me. Yo, Nick is the shit. Nick is the shit. I didn't do that. The reason being is because I honestly believe that won't be the biggest thing for me. It actually will be a small highlight on the highlight reel that I create. I have a lot of different interviews with a lot of different celebrities. So don't underestimate anyone, and we won't underestimate you, Indie Solo Dev. All right, now let's get to the chat here. Now, Ruben, shout out Ruben. It kind of reminds me of Batman with Christian Bale, who passes the baton to Robin at the end of Dark Knight. Pass the idea of Only Up to who knows where it might go. Pass the damn baton. Well said. Well said. I would spit a rap about it, but I took the shot. Usually when I take a shot, I don't be, oh, yo, hold up. Only Up, what you doing? You should have passed it on to somebody who pursuing a much better game. The fact you didn't give it to him, man, you were lame. So everybody blame you. And now you mad that we changed you. But now stop, Nick, stop. I would have really went in, yo. I'm just, I don't know. I might need to take another shot. Maybe that shot got me on fire, man. Maybe I'm just spitting. None of this is written. Doodoo on my boot. Ill shit, I'm kicking. I'm high, so I'm lifted. I'm smoking a big, I don't know, a big spliff. And I was gonna say I'm spliffed, but I don't think spliffed work with that. I'm just going on. I'm too tipsy. I'm wild. All right, let me put the link in here too, because I didn't do that. I'm gonna move on to the next subject. That's it though. I'm not gonna go more about it. My last words to you, man, is just, keep your head up, man. If you good with money and everything, move on to your next endeavor, live your life. You don't have to do anything that anybody's telling you to do. You got enough money. You could put your money in stocks. You could have real estate. You could do whatever else. You don't ever have to come back to this shit again, and you can leave all of us peasants alone. All right. I feel you on that. Holla to you. There we go. So let's post this in there. I got to post a live stream link in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's move on. I only got 2 other subjects, y'all. Like I told you, I want to get back and talking to bullshit. We got a lot of modding, homebrew, PlayStation, other shit. I want to get to just to start talking about. And let's go ahead and get this to the next one. Yeah. Throw your hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Y'all, we got to talk about it, and it's only right we talk about it. Quick, fast, I'm going to go through Nintendo. We got to talk. Nintendo, my man Gary Bowser living good. I want you to know that, man. You ain't stopped Gary, all right? That little time that you made Gary serve, he ain't worried about that. He good. He on the up and up, man. You can't hold him down. Yeah, he made a little paper, man. A little paper. It's a lot of people making a lot of paper. I ain't gonna lie, that was a lot of paper in the DR. It was a lot of paper. He was me like 3,000 in the DR a month. It's like 30,000, ain't it? I'm just bullshit, man. I'm talking about that's my dude, man. But Nintendo, we got to talk, man. A few things. So on October 6th, Nintendo fans have a lot to look forward to from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Nintendo Switch bundle. Yes, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Nintendo Switch bundle on October 6th. Okay. To the much anticipated Animal Crossing New Horizons bundles for the Switch Lite. Oh my goodness. So we're considering more iterations of Nintendo Switch. Y'all, are y'all doing this? Can we stop? I'm not gonna lie. By the time Nintendo will end, it would be the #1 selling console ever in the history of the world. I will say that it will beat PlayStation 2. It will smoke PlayStation 2. I won't even say it will beat it. It will smoke PlayStation 2. Because guess what? People are going to continue buying them. There's going to be a new edition. You're going to have people who love to collect. Shout out to my man BB. BB going to get them all. BB, hey, matter of fact, I should have asked BB. Where BB at? Hey, tell BB that October 6th, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and tell him that the Animal Crossing New Horizons bundle is going to be dropping for the Switch Lite. Tell him to go ahead and cop it. We know he is. All right, we know he is. That's what he do. That's his thingy thing. All right. Now, with exclusive deals aligning with Target and Walmart for the Animal Crossing bundles, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that's amazing? Like, yo, we're going to have exclusive deals to Target and Walmart. Target and Walmart. These are some of the biggest chains. We are talking about exclusive deals. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but Walmart is like crack. It is. I'm going to tell y'all how it's like crack. I got multiple ways to tell you how Walmart is like crack. I walked into Walmart the other day and I was shopping. I went to the cereal aisle. And lo and behold, I saw a family-sized box of Captain Crunch all berries. Now, y'all, I like the Captain Crunch, the regular. I was raised up on the Crunch berries with the yellow golden crunch, and then they had the golden crunch by itself, but they never had the all crunch berries when we were growing up, right? And then, of course, these kids get it. Well, guess what? My old ass is still enjoying it. You ain't gonna stop me. I seen the price. It was $5.75. I'm going to tell you why Walmart is like crack. Walk into Jewel, Oscar. Walk into Publix. Walk into your favorite store, okay? Look at the price of the family size box of all Crunch Berries. We're going to be talking about $7, $8. Okay? This is why Walmart's like crack. They get everything in damn bundles, and you can't do nothing. If you ain't going to Walmart, you're going to Sam's Club, you're going to Costco. All right? Like those three are in your life. You're not even a consumer if you're not shopping at one of those places. Sam's Club, Costco, or Walmart. You use one or all three. Okay? It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Now, I will agree. My man Ruben said the Captain Crunch be sticking to your roof of your mouth. I ain't gonna lie. If you chew Captain Crunch for too long, you might have pieces of your damn gums hanging off. Yeah, it's a rough one. It's a rough one. But that's why you let the cereal soak in the milk. You know, you don't just. And I know a lot of people like the cereal crunchy, like myself. But that's why you can't do that, man. No, you can't do that. Can't do that. So, Nintendo of America president Doug Bowser actually shedded some light on the company's strategy to become the family favorite. Okay. And some of the things they're planning to do is they want to actually lock down one of the best fighting games. This is something that they spoke about and they spoke in detail about because if you think about Nintendo Switch, one thing you don't think about is fighting games. You don't. You don't. I'm gonna just keep it honest. If anybody say they do, you're lying. Okay. Some people can say Smash Brothers. I'm sorry. Smash Brothers is not really considered fighting game to me. I'm sorry, y'all. It is. I know y'all fighting each other and it's a game. Yes, I understand. But when I say fighting game, I mean round one fight. You got a guy on the left side, a guy on the right side. You guys are fighting each other. I don't mean this world where you're jumping and you got all these different things happening. You're flipping to other worlds and magical power-ups are dropping down and all that. No, that shit is not a fighting game. I don't want to hear y'all saying that's a fighting game. It's not a fighting game. You can use the technical term shit. You with me all you want. It's not a fighting game, man. That's a party game. That's a party fighter. All right, that's what you call that. That's a super puzzle fighter, man. That's what that is. Do you think people look at Super Puzzle Fighter as an actual fighting game? No, they don't. Now, I admit you're not throwing real punches. You're placing down blocks. You know, I was reaching. But still, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, man. And did you know? Shout out to you, man. I see you. Pound Town. That man, wow. I see you there. Nintendo also has a very robust game lineup coming. Okay. I can't lie to you. They got a new Princess Peach game. They got the new Metroid Prime. They got so many games coming out. They got the new Switch for the Mario coming out. But there's one thing that I don't think gets talked about much. There was supposedly a Switch 2 demoed at Gamescom. Yes. Gamescom, which is in, I don't know what the name of the place is, Cologne. I don't know where it's at, somewhere, all right? Wherever you was at Gamescom. There was a reportedly Nintendo Switch 2 that was being played. Yes. So only the developers got to touch on it, got to feel it, got to see how it is. Me, myself, I, for some reason, do not believe this is a Switch 2. I believe it's a more souped up OLED. Yeah. I just don't understand why release a Switch 2 when you're profitable. I don't understand that. Can somebody please explain that to me? Why release a Switch 2 when you're profitable? Why? Business-wise, I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off. I'm going to actually, once I start seeing the sales hardly decline on my consoles, I know it's time. Nintendo Switch is lasting, man. It's making it. It's out here. It's killing them. I can't say more about it. You know what I mean? So, yes, if you see Nintendo Switch out there in the wild, y'all, shout out your boy. All right, put some specs on it. Get you some extra chips. Okay, you never know what you might be able to do with them. You might be able to slap them bad boys on the Switch 2. We might open up Switch 2 modded. We might have a modded system before release. Shout out Nintendo. Last but not least, last subject, and I told y'all we moving on quick. I told you that was it. This one I want to bring up quick fast. I ain't going to go through too much. I ain't going to spend too much time, but I thought this was hilarious. Okay. So before you all pull your wallets out, right, and just start showing your credit cards, just know that there's a collector set for Xbox 360 that actually doesn't play any damn games. It's essentially a Mega Block set, all right, that allows fans to build a replica of the Xbox 360. Yes, I think that's pretty dope. You can actually build a replica of the Xbox 360 with Mega Blocks. Now, what I would have liked if you had a set of blocks that was actually like the Xbox 360, like I should be able to take off my top case, my bottom case. I should be able to have something that's similar to torque screws, right? I should have something similar to X clamps. I should have something similar to the nylon washers and the metal washers in case I fix the X clamp. Like I should get all that in the bundle. It should be everything. It should be all like your X clamp fix, your red ring of death fix, your you need everything in this bundle. Like if you're gonna go all out with collectors, why not go collectors? Give me the faceplate. I need that same faceplate too. Everybody messed up their faceplate. What was up with the Xbox 360 faceplates? Everybody was just yanking them shits off, man. We had the little flap with the USB thing. That shit never worked on anybody's I went to. It was broke on every one. You just plug it right in. It was never like I was surprised when you actually used it. And I'm like, whoa, it works. When you actually unplug the USB, it closes. Like everybody just broke that shit. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared, man. They didn't. But while this has garnered attention, it also reignited the wish for the Xbox Mini. And I want to ask y'all, do y'all think it's time, man? Magnus, shout out to you. I see you in the house, Magnus. Do y'all think it's time? Do y'all think it's time for an Xbox Mini? Do we need an Xbox Mini? I actually don't. I'm sorry. I'm a dude that got enough, man. I got enough retro systems, and I still don't own a Steam Deck. I know I can get one easily. It is no problem. But I do not have a Steam Deck yet. Okay, yet. All right. Is okay. So my man MGR, shout out to MGR. 360 collector thing is a BS excuse for nostalgia. The 360 isn't old enough. Oh, damn. So I'm gonna say, I don't know, MGR. I don't know if I agree with that, man. I don't know. I think Xbox 360 should be considered nostalgia. I think so. I might have to say and I got my own reasons, right? Because for me, it meant something in the modding history. But if you talk about in the history of gaming, let me think. Xbox 360 was right before Xbox One, right? So Xbox One, you still have people playing today. You still have people playing Wii U's. You still have people. I wouldn't see people call Wii U nostalgia. But to me, it is. You know, so it's you know what? That's a good, interesting talk, man. That's a good, interesting talk. I like that. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's a good consideration. So how many years? All right. So Ruben, almost 20 years. What's up? 20 years. That's nostalgia. MGR, how long? Now see, that let MG, just so y'all know, MGR he's 90 years old. I actually spoke with MGR. He's 90, I think 92, right? MGR is 92. See, I got to remember, MGR was there when that first computer got released, right? And MGR was there for the release of Pong. So MGR know all about, you know what I'm saying? We can't hate on MGR. 92 years of gaming, man. He was gaming before gaming was gaming. Like, we cannot hate on that. All right? My man, hey, shout out to MGR, man. All right. So, okay, maybe. All right, man. He said 37, man. All right. Yeah. Hey, man, MGR, I ain't gonna lie, man. You 92, man. You was there around the first computer, man. You was around that first computer, bro. You touched the internet when it first dropped. You touched it. All right? Shout out to you, though. But nah, he's got an interesting thought process to bring up. Now, I'm gonna bring in my man Joe. And we're going to discuss this a little more. I want to ask my man Joe this. All right. Joe, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Nick?
Oh, hold up, Joe. I got to get you right. Hold up, y'all. My bad. There you go, Joe. Now they all can hear you.
Can you hear me? I got the shirt on. I want to get bullied again.
Oh, look at him. Where you at, BB? Talking all that smack.
I know.
All right, BB, you ain't ready. You got it on.
Forever.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you, man. How you been?
Good, busy. I had a really busy game day today with all the people getting their pizzas for the stupid sports stuff. I'm not into
Yep.
sports. I think it's retarded.
You know what, man? I ain't gonna lie. I missed this one. Usually the first week is like, I ain't gonna lie, Joe. It's just real, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's almost like I ain't gonna lie. That first week, man, there's so much money on the line. Like that's the gambling week. That's where everybody throwing down the DraftKings, the FanDuel, oh snap, I made it. Yeah, I won $30, baby. Yeah. Oh man.
Nick Moses 05 Kings. For every dollar you put down, he takes away $10.
Hey, see, I like that. There you go, man. Hey, I might need to start my own gambling book, man. It's gonna be bad. Like the odds are gonna be terrible. It's gonna be like Lakers are going to win. Like it ain't even know if it. No, it's not. Just put your money on the Lakers. All right, just put it on the Lakers. But now, Xbox 360, man. I just felt a little disrespect about Xbox 360. MGR, sir, that was very disrespectful of you, sir, and I'm gonna need an apology out of that chat very shortly, sir.
Speaking
I'm gonna say, Joe.
Speaking of the Xbox 360, I met somebody on the Facebook Marketplace. I got one. I was just telling Magnus about it last week. I got an Xbox 360, 4 controllers, and an Xbox One controller, and the Kinect, and 28 games for $65 with free delivery.
$65?
Yep.
Yo, they don't know what they had. They don't know what they
feel. You know, and I also got, I was telling you on the last podcast, got a Wii U. That's all hacked and everything. That's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm with you. So Joe, one thing that I'm hearing frequently, my man MGR trashing 360, man. Do you think Xbox 360 at this point is considered nostalgia, or do you think we are jumping too early? It ain't nostalgia yet.
I would consider it nostalgia because every time I hear the word Xbox 360, I think of a broken system. I'm not hating on Xbox, but it's just like every time I hear about it, I just think of the Red Ring of Death because I had so many of them. I felt I got so unlucky with them. Red Ring of Death here, Red Ring of Death there. You know, it's a fun system. I'll tell you one thing: Xbox 360 compared to the PS3 online, Xbox 360 had the online gaming was awesome. Gears of War, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that's where.
And I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Now, one thing, and I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate, right? I don't try to be too biased, but one thing I will say with MGR, I agree. You know, sometimes you consider nostalgia to be, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, Sega Master System, Game Gear, Atari Lynx. I can go on and on and on. Dreamcast at this point is considered nostalgia.
That's why I'm with Dreamcast. It holds a special place in my heart, the Dreamcast.
Yeah. So to me, when it's considered, Xbox 360 is nowhere near as old as the Dreamcast, right? So I agree with that. But at the same time, one thing I would like to say is nostalgia based on like the importance of the system, or is it based on a time?
I think it's based on a personal level. You know, for instance, the Dreamcast holds like dearly to my heart because of Shenmue. I was really big into Shenmue. My dad got it for me. I'm like, oh, it's like try this game out. I got it used for $50. That's a lot of money back in the day to get a game used for. That was like the first RPG that I've experienced, and to this day, it's still my favorite RPG. You know, graphics are still holding up. You know, it bankrupt Sega almost, which it did eventually. It was like $40 million, one of the most expensive games to make. And I didn't even know about gaming really back then. I'm still young and everything, but nothing will compare to the Dreamcast, like for, nostalgia. That's my favorite system. You're either a Sega fanboy or you're a Nintendo fanboy. I'm Sega. I grew up with Sega.
And you know what, man? You're right. That is like a common thing, like Sega, Nintendo. Because it was just a battle.
Yeah.
Like between two. You know what I mean? You really didn't have anybody else come in. And now, until Sony had to come in and shake it up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like but we hear, like in this chat right now, we hearing that the Xbox 360 and this whole Lego thing is of zero interest to anybody who likes to collect.
How much,
Joe, what do you think about it? So $150.
Oh, damn it.
And it comes with a copy of Halo 3.
Oh wow! I'm gonna send it to Magnus, and he can chip it for me.
Yo, now the sad thing I will say about this is it does not play any games. Okay, so when you put it all together, yeah, it's literally for show. All right?
If I bought that, I would mod and do a Red Ring of Death. I'm not lying.
Now, I think it would be cool for somebody to actually use those components, put it together, and then to make something out of it. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell you would make out of it. I really don't know. But from my understanding, it does come with a copy of Halo 3. So it actually comes with the game, but it's not a game. Oh, and it's not. Don't tell me that, MGI. You better stop playing. That better not be. It's a real copy, man. It got to be a real copy. I'm not going to believe it's a fake copy, man. They're not giving out fake copies of the game. Like, hey, not only are you going to put together a console, you're going to put together the Xbox 360 case. Oh, man, but I'm not going to lie. Those Xbox 360 cases are iconic.
Nick, I wonder how many pieces that's going to be. Like 400? 500?
It said it on there. Let's go ahead and pull it up, man, because it actually said it was going to be, I think, like over 1,000
Oh my
pieces.
God.
Believe so. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. But yes, I believe it said over 1,000 pieces. So which means it ain't no simple, like we used to take apart the Xbox 360 in seconds. Pull it apart. You can't do that with this. This is gonna take time. This is actually going, you're gonna need to use your mind.
Buy one of these, Nick?
Never in a million years. I would never put that together. I would never spend $1 on this. Matter of fact, what I would do is I would simply just go get one of those broken ass Xbox 360s from the pawn shop, right? That they got for $20 that somebody didn't, tried to solder, screwed it up, or burnt it up to hell with 1,000 towel tricks, whatever they did, and I'm going to just take it. I'm going to take out the internals, and then I'll put little RGBs on it and certain stuff. So it's not even a system. It's not even playable. Same thing, kind of what they're doing, but it'd be all custom stuff. So maybe I'll put a Raspberry Pi in there. You know what I mean? It cuts on, it plays other games, it has lights, it has all. So that way I can still get the old classic Xbox 360
lamp out of it.
Yeah, and get something else. I can actually put a light in there. I could turn it into a nightlight as well.
How about
the case is pretty big. What'd you say?
A docking station. Like your controllers, your phone.
Bam, everything. Now you got the docking station. You take it with you. See? There we go. Now, see, that's what I would do. I would not pay $150. Now, Joe, I want to ask you something about this Nintendo, man. Nintendo said they got the Switch 2 going around, floating around, man.
They're getting sick of us pirates out there.
They are. So let me ask Joe, do you think day one we see a hack for the Switch 2?
I would say about maybe 8 months to a year.
Okay. 8 months to a year. So that's good. We should all take bets, right? I think everybody in the chat to bet. Joe, I'm going to go first month. I'm going to go first month.
That'd be awesome.
I'm going to go ignorant, man. I'm going to just go ignorant. I'm going to bet my money first month. I have a feeling that Nintendo, security-wise, is not going to do what Microsoft did with 360.
By the way, on my channel, I made a rant about the copy protection and what Nintendo's doing with the Denova.
You're right. Yeah,
so many haters on it, which I thought was funny.
Joe got them haters, man. Let's go, Joe. Yes.
Because you know what it is? They're trying to fix something when it's too late.
Yeah. And you know what? One thing's for sure, man. And I would say this with Nintendo in general, man. I have a feeling Nintendo just doesn't. They don't care, bro. They don't care. Like, they don't care. Let's just flat out say it. They don't care. Like, it's about $1 and a dream. If kids want the dream, they're going to get it. That's what we're feeding, the dream. They're making money on their systems. DRM, hell yeah. They all for it. Shit, we ain't got to deal with it. Leave it to the developers. Shit. We ain't gonna say, hey, the developers' games are gonna be screwed up. They're not gonna be saying the Nintendo Switch sucks. They're gonna be saying DRM and the developer sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Nintendo, I'm hell yeah. Thank you. Lenovo. Thank you. Woo. Save us from our crappy performance. You know what I mean? Now we're not the ones to blame for crappy performance. We could just say, hey, de novo. It's de novo.
Somebody else now.
I'm saying, man, I'm just right with you. But yes, it has been proven. And also, there was also an interesting fact that I did not cover. But Steam was actually caught for having specific games that actually came cracked or with the crack included directly from Steam. You would download
my friend
it.
Omar was telling me about that. As I was posting some Starfield stuff on Facebook, and Omar's like, yo, just to let you know that, you know, Steam's selling their own pirated games of, you know, GTA and stuff. And that's funny.
Yo, we not playing. Hey, yo, why do they say Gary getting ready for that new system? Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was so funny, and I know a lot of y'all don't know. I gotta say this, man. Like, yo, I ain't even gonna go through the messages, but yo, do you know how often that I don't get to text him as much as he get to message me, man? Because I want to message him a lot more. But yo, me and Gary be speaking forever.
Oh, wow.
Bro. Like, this is all I speak to that man often, man. That man's very informative. He's hilarious. He got a funny side. He got the Twitter going. He got a group over there. He got a check. My man got a Twitter check. He got more followers than me over there now. I'm like, shit, Gary, I'm following you. Shit, I'm trying to help me out.
Nintendo's trying to get into his DMs.
Oh, Nintendo already in them DMs. You know they is. He got Gary probably got the ninjas right there. He don't even know it. You know what I mean? He talking to the ninjas on Telegram and shit. Gary, stop talking to the ninjas.
The one thing I'm going to hate is when the new Switch comes out, whatever you want to call, people are going to message me as soon as it, like, you know, gets, you know, announced. Oh, it's going to be released. Oh, is it hacked yet?
Oh, yo, by the way, so Joe, I'm glad that you mentioned that. How has things been on the Facebook group with the modding scene for the Switch? We have not talked to group. You know, you usually get a lot of questions.
A lot of drama with the free shops. People are complaining, oh, I can't get games anywhere. I'm telling them what to do to go get them. You know, it's not that hard because me and you, we come from an old school route where there was no such thing as free shops, you know? Thing called a computer.
Yo, I'm telling you. Right, go get your one feature links.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Pay the premium. It's like $5 a month. Like, just pay it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Download unlimited. Like, I don't know, man. I'm different. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit different. But you're right. A lot of people love those shops. Like, those shops are something. Now, let me ask Joe, for the mighty pack, a lot of people don't know, man. Your pack's still feeding out there. Yeah. I've been fed many times by the Joe repack. Let me ask
now.
Yes, I'm about to say it's going up. So let me ask Joe, the shops, how much has it been a thing for you to include that? Like people being mad it's not working, or people, hey Joe, it's not working.
Yeah, I don't include the shops because I don't like the tinfoil application itself without getting into the whole drama. People ask me all the time, oh, how do I get the free shop set up? I'm like, I can add you to a private chat room. I'm not going to say the name of the chat room. You can ask over there. I don't mess with the free shops because the download speed's horrible. It always craps out unless you have like a really good like internet connection. I do it the old school way. I tell them, just do it the old school way. Go on the computer, bulk download everything and just, you know, install it. But what about my 4 GB limit? I might go watch my video. I made a video on that, you know. But the free shops are a pain in the ass. I never liked them. We used to have them on the PS Vita. I'm sure they're still active and everything.
Yeah. And, you know, I will say that is for anybody who has a modded console, it is the dream. Yeah. All right? I'm going to just keep it real. The dream is to be able to download your game right on the console.
Yeah.
Right? Because that is the definition of ready to go. Yeah. Like you could just tell somebody, imagine 2K24 drops and your homie, right? He talking about, yo, the midnight release, yo, I can't wait to go up there. And you like, man, you know what? I just want to turn on my Switch and see if it's on there.
Yeah.
And you cut it on and you see 2K24 already there. And you like, man, this got to be a fake. So you download it. You know, you sit there, you wait, la da da da. It finished, and you and your homie playing 2K24 the day before it comes out. So I ain't gonna lie, shop makes beautiful things, but you can do that on the PC too.
Yeah, that's how I felt with Starfield. It got cracked on day one.
Yeah, it did. Starfield definitely got cracked. And you know what? I didn't doubt that. Like, I didn't doubt that. Starfield is so popular. I did not doubt it was
It
going to
doesn't have
get
the GNU
cracked.
copy protection in it either. So
Yeah. And you know what? I want to say this about Denuvo.
it can go to hell.
We're going to find out how bad it's been for gaming. Like, we're now finding out the truth is coming out on Denuvo. Like, we thinking that a lot of these games are underperforming. We're thinking a lot of these games are like bugs and all. No, a lot of that shit is Denuvo.
Yep.
A lot of that shit is, there's been versions. Manhunt was one where they showed you can download the original version from Steam and you can't even pass the first level, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even pass the first level without the game crashing or something. And guess what? You get the cracked version.
It's better.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. People download they download it from Steam and go right and grab a crack. You know what I'm saying? Let me fix this, man. Let me get this out of here. So I think developers just say, yo, I'm gonna just put the crack in there, man. I'm gonna just
Hold on 1 second. I lost my
I'm gonna
audio.
just
I
put
have
the
to
crack
jump
in
back
there,
in,
man.
okay?
All right, man. Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
man.
jump right back in.
All right. He got a call, man. You see they blew him up. He got that FaceTime. They said, yo, what the hell, man? You got 7 pieces just sitting here, man, and nobody's here to pick them up. What the? All right. But no, nonetheless, my man Joe has some very good points. I want to get to some of the chat though. My man MGR said, I can tell you how it is. People that lost access are selling their consoles. It's very important. I think that's very important because he's right. A lot of people that get their systems modded that have no idea how to work it, they lose the shop and sell their console thinking they have nothing left. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing you got a whole damn console and more shit to grab. Then he says people are trying to install their own chips and breaking their consoles. That's a fact. There are many people who have done that. I have not. I didn't break it. It was still cutting on. It just didn't, the Joy-Con didn't work. But my other one was Gucci. All right, my other one was Gucci. It was just a little mistake. I didn't have my magnifying glasses. I had a big ass soldering iron. I bought one of the cheap ones too from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 15-watt joint. I just I did all the wrong things and I still got one working. All right, so leave me alone. But nonetheless, they are breaking their consoles. I will agree to that. All right. Bob's Biker Shop is free now. Uh-oh, look at Dr. Specimen in the house, man. Watch out, y'all. Hide your wallets. Hide your wallets, y'all. Dr. Specimen. This is the man that walks by your wallet. He's zapping you. Okay? He's zapping you. Boop, boop. I got it all. He bumped you on accident. Ooh, my bad. And then his phone go. That man bump you and his phone go. Yo, watch out for that, man. I'm telling you, man. Do not mess with that, man. All right, let me get Joe. There you go, Joe. You good?
Yep. No, Christopher called me and the phone got all disconnected.
Yo, that man, DJ C Money. Stop. Come on the stream, DJ C Money. Get your. That's the.
Yeah, you know what happened? He called me and the whole phone went muted. Whole thing. I'm like, I can't even hear anything.
Damn.
Okay.
Learning something. We learning something. Okay. Look, he said y'all are. Yo, he said y'all are fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all better watch out. That man bump you one time. His whole phone going. You like, damn, why am I drained? And then he testing your account. He like, shit, I don't know, man. Let me see how much I can get. I'm gonna see if I can take out 200. Oh shit, that worked. Let me try 2,000. Oh, that
you was talking about a second ago. I lost train of thought. I'm having a blind moment.
We were talking about the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, the free shops. What happened was I see a lot of people are selling their Switches now. Oh, I can't use it anymore. I can't get any stuff. Can't get the games for free anymore. It amazes me how people are lazy and stupid and ignorant. It's like it's not that hard to figure out. Okay, let's say your game's in an NSP format, right? And you want to play the new Mario Hula Hoop game. Just go to Google, type in Mario Hula Hoop.nsp, and you'll find it. Google is the best search engine to find. I mean, yeah, they're spying on you and everything, but that's a great search engine to use.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I'm gonna tell you why I was laughing, man. You know what that sound like to me? That sound like, man, hey, the 145th, the little projects over there, it's the best place to buy your crack. Now, police are watching, okay? You still got the best crack. The crack's still good. You just got. No, I know what you
Because
mean, man. You know, so
the other search
careful.
engines aren't trained to look for that stuff. You know?
Yeah, and no, you know what? I will agree with you on that. Like a lot of people who use DuckDuckGo and referred me to DuckDuckGo, when I try it, it does not search as well. I would say the closest I can get to a great Google search is Bing, and Bing's nowhere near Google. So you're right. To me, it does feel like Google is in a class of its own as far as bringing up search results and finding exactly what you need. You mentioned you can put .nsp.
Yeah.
There you go. You got it. You need a PlayStation game? Hey, put the name .pkg.
That's right. You're all ready to go.
You know what I mean? It's very simple. Now, one thing I will say, Joe, that a lot of people are running into hurdles, especially people who are not technically savvy.
No, they are.
When you do decode links,
Yeah.
right? You got to go to decode them. When you run into, and we know this, how many times have you had to click that download button, Joe?
4 times.
Right?
4 times.
You know, thank you, Joe. Me and you. I'm gonna drop an air horn, man. That's how I know you hit. That's how I know you hit. If I say how many times, about 4 times.
Here's the deal. It's getting so bad with those websites where you get the games from. They used to not encrypt it with Cloudflare. It's a
yeah, you're right.
I used to bulk rip my files with JDownloader. Like I could just bulk rip everything. I can't do it anymore. They added a layer of encryption software, the Cloudflare. Now I got to click it 4 or 5 times to get one game. Back in the day, a few months ago, before all the shops went down, I could just grab 1 page at a time, couple minutes.
Grab it. I told you, I know how that download button is, man. I get tired. You click it, pop up.
You know what I like when you get 4 buttons, they all say download.
Yo, I love that, and you already know which one you like, man.
Baby blue one, that's the one you got to click.
Yeah, it's always that little blue one in the middle.
Yeah.
You click it. There you go. Okay, now I knew it. But now let's see, my man, Dr. Specimen. Yo, Dr. Specimen, what's up?
Yo, what's going on?
What up? What up? What up? How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Just got off work. That's about it.
Yo, I'm glad to get you, man. I got to ask you a quick question. We haven't brought this up, but I figured you're just the person to talk about it. You might be caught up to speed. PlayStation, the Sony scene is looking like it's wide open, man. It's looking like we're about to get a full-fledged modded PlayStation 5 scene. How soon do you think we're going to see the full-fledged PlayStation 5 mod where you just willing ham, going anything, grab whatever you want, play it? How long?
I don't follow the Sony scene that close, but if I had to give a gruff guesstimate, I'd be shocked if it takes any longer than the end of this year. I think that we're at the point of where most people want to be. I think. I think the idea of having a console that just does a bunch of shit, I think that idea is kind of dying off. I think what people are concerned about right now is that, quite frankly, the consoles this generation suck. They really suck. The launches sucked because no one could get them for years, and then by the time people could get them, everything was really underwhelming compared to what was promised to a large extent. And then with all that said, there's no exclusives because they're still co-releasing a bunch of shit for the previous generation consoles. So it's what's the point? There's no point. And you're seeing these 60 FPS or these 120 FPS patches that everyone's super excited about because that's what was promised. That's what was fucking plastered up everyone's ass for years and years, that you're getting 4K, 120 FPS, the sexiest graphics. We did get pretty sexy graphics, but you're lucky if the game actually renders at 4K, and if it does, good luck getting 120 FPS because they don't want it for some reason.
You preaching, man. Talk to them. Because you ain't lying. I see them 120 FPS patches, and all I thought was, well, if it's capable of doing that, why the hell we ain't get it?
It's because there's still this thing with consoles that they have to be stable. If they're not stable 120 FPS, if they dip at all, then you can't have that. Well, most people who buy a console, they get it because they want a way to play video games, and with how much that graphics and frame rate has been shoved up everyone's ass this year, people want that. And that never was the thing with consoles. Consoles were the cheap way to play video games, and they played them fine. And that's not what they've marketed them as this year, or this generation. So you know, quite frankly, even when a full-fledged scene does come out, I don't see most people going past doing these patches. I think this is all people want this generation. I think at this point, enough people have, people are just content using their computers at this point. Consoles were cheap and personal computers weren't cheap a long time ago. And besides the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck, because those have special capabilities, I don't know how much people give a shit. You can't do anything with the Xbox Series X or the Xbox One still, for the most part. Apparently they're making some breakthroughs on that, but not many. The Switch has been cracked wide open for years, but the hardware is so old that people are starting to see it as kind of a commodity. And you're only left with the PS5 at that point, which, I mean, you've narrowed it down so far.
Play pirated games.
I mean, yeah, pirated games, but that's no one's working towards that for that goal.
And that's what I was going to say. That's a good mention of that, because all the developers and people who are creating and making these different tools are not making it with piracy in mind.
That we know of. I guess I could be a little conspiratorial on that, but you know,
we know they have everything to do it. So we know that. All right, they can. But it has not been, and there's been talk that in the future, yes, there may be things.
I mean, let's be real though. We're almost 3 years into this console generation. The Switch you could pirate on a year into the console generation, and sure, that was Team Executor, and we've already fucking beat that horse to dust. But I mean, even Atmosphere, it didn't take too long till after Atmosphere came out before you could start pirating games, and so I mean, I think that people can kind of get off their high horse on that. I mean, maybe that was traumatizing, and maybe people are now only more looking to not have that ever happen again. But if it was me, I would kind of be like, dude, fuck it. The Switch had a year. They've had 2 years on the Switch. If people start pirating because of my work, I don't care anymore. I mean, what is it to pirate? You could pirate 95% of the fucking PS5 library on the PS4.
And I was just going to say that really, let's be honest. I think there are more people who would rather have those online capabilities than a modded system.
I'd rather have a modded system.
Yeah, and me, myself, I have both.
That's why.
Here's what I would do though. Buy a PS5, play the 7.2 exclusive games on there online, buy a PS4 for really cheap, mod that.
Ain't lying.
No,
that's how
right. I got 3 PS4s.
Also, 2K24. I can go on and on with different games, and guess what I get to do? I get to say, you know what? Do I want to spend $60 on my Xbox or my play? Oh, yeah, my bad. Excuse me. $70. Okay. For my yeah, because it's fucking ridiculous.
Do we believe that, by the way, that GTA 6 is going to cost $150? I don't believe that.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit for one bit. I think they're trying to feed consumers.
They might, and I am saying this with the most clenched ass cheeks, they might make it $80, maybe, but that thing is going to be probably the best-selling game of all time ever. That game is going to probably get every award possible. That game is going to be a fucking feature film of the video game industry. They do not need to charge any more than the $70. They don't even need to charge more than $60, but $70's become the norm. They don't need to charge more than $70, but they might find a way to charge $80. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm fine with that, because they're making this like a feature film, and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if they get into the hundreds of millions of development costs on this, was how long they're taking and the scope of it.
You talking facts, man. I'm with you on that. And I've been saying it for a minute, that not only the hype and anticipation, okay, because that's one thing. We already know that shit is through the roof. But you actually got the game before so successful that it lasted damn near 3 console generations.
No, it did last 3 console generations.
Yeah, it ain't even basically. It did. Okay, it flat out did last 3 console generations. Still going on, still has a promising online whole role play genre that does their own thing. I agree. I think when 6 dropped, based on everything that's going on, Rockstar turning money hand over damn.
Well, and think of it this way too, right? I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, great game. No problems with that. I don't know why Red Dead Online lasted 7 seconds, but whatever. That was just weird. But Red Dead Redemption 2, amazing game. Sold great. Took forever to get pirated. So they made plenty of money on that, right? Everything else, though, all these other fucking games, the trilogy game and all that shit, dude, they fucking shit the bed with those. They didn't spend any time working on those. So they've basically only put all of their energy, time, and, in my opinion, love, not including Red Dead Redemption 2, into GTA 6. So if this isn't game of the century, then like it might kill Rockstar. I mean, that's a bold claim, and I don't stand.
I'm with you. If it does not work, it will kill Rockstar. This would be like, I don't even see how, what was it, CD Projekt?
Yeah,
I think with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberglitch 404.
That they were damn near. I'm surprised the turnaround.
Well, okay, here's what I'll say for that though. They got a pass because they were one of the first people to like completely and utterly abuse fan hype, because there's been plenty of games that were hyped. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I could probably name a couple. I honestly can't think of any right now, but Battlefront 2 will go because that one got the most bed shitting. It's been done before, but Cyberpunk was so ungodly abused and manipulated in the way that they did that they basically made all the money they needed to make before people started to get their complaints out. I mean that's a complete bullshit out of my ass like take. I can't obviously prove their numbers and how much they made, but
I think so too, man. Because the hype around it alone, it was the most anticipated game at the time.
And think of how many pre-orders they had. They had all those pre-orders, all those people that bought it day one, all that kind of shit. And no one before then knew the wiser because of how they embargoed journalists. And so it's honestly, it's my belief that they got away with it because, you know, yes, that game was also probably one of the most refunded games ever, including the fact that PlayStation made special exceptions for it. But
they also pulled it off the store too back then.
Yeah, but I do think that if Rockstar does the same thing, I think people will be more skeptical because Rockstar's been kind of rocking the boat with, like, again, the GTA trilogy and that kind of stuff, right? People are a little skeptical of them now. They're a little concerned. And the fact of what happened with Cyberpunk 2077, I wonder if you're going to have a lot of people maybe holding back on the pre-order. They're going to hold back on the pre-order. They're going to hold back on buying the game day one. They're going to see finalized footage. Right? That leak doesn't count. I will 100% give them the benefit of the doubt on the leak. That's really old footage. You know, that was bullshit. Fuck the hacker for doing that. And, you know, that doesn't count. But people are going to wait for the game to get officially announced. They're going to wait for that footage. They're going to wait for reviews to come out. And then they're going to buy the game a couple days after launch, after a lot of the terrain has been explored. With a game like this, quite frankly, they're allowed to have glitches. If you have a game where there's a million places you can go, if 100 of them have game-breaking glitches, that's exceptionally good. I can accept that. So, you know,
Elden Ring was a fine example.
That's the biggest thing.
But everybody seemed to look at the bugs in Elden Ring as like a perfect mistake. You know what I mean? They never looked at it as, oh, these are terrible bugs. It was like these bugs that happened in Elden Ring were like considered a masterpiece versus, you know, and oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just think that Rockstar, I mean, look, with how, like, I think GTA 6 almost is on another level of anticipation from Cyberpunk, because quite frankly, I didn't know what it was until maybe about a year before it came out, or like when one of the delays happened. I heard that became a big thing, so I hadn't heard of it. So I think GTA 6 might be on another league. So who knows? Maybe people who are diehard GTA 6 players are going to pre-order it no matter what. Anywhere down to like, oh, I'm mildly interested in GTA 5, so, you know, I'll pre-order GTA 6. Maybe it'll pre-order like fucking hotcakes. It'll get 3 million pre-orders. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this. But if they fuck it up, all I'm saying is that Microsoft and Steam's generous return policies are going to fuck them in the ass. Sony being willing to go back on a game that ends up coming out that's complete dog shit, especially if they charge above MSRP for the base game, is going to fuck them in the ass. Nintendo's not getting a cut of the pie, so their non-existent return policy means nothing. So they cannot afford to fuck this up.
Do you think
You know what? I
has
actually don't.
Denuvo copy protection in it?
if they put it on the Switch and then put Denuvo in it, the Switch would blow up.
No. I'm talking about GTA 6.
Well, they're not going to have it in, obviously, the PlayStation. Xbox is irrelevant. Denuvo is not blocking your refund, so, that obviously doesn't count. PS5, I don't think it exists, but again, that's not blocking your refund. And on PC, I don't think has Rockstar ever used Denuvo? I don't think they have.
They might with how big and how much money they're making. They're afraid they're going to lose money. But
they could have did it for Red Dead Redemption 2, though. That would have made perfect sense. So I don't think if they weren't willing. I get this is on a completely different league than any game probably ever released. Maybe I'm being a little crazy with my opinion, but it is my opinion. It would be, look, I fucking hate Denuvo, but I'll be completely honest. It would make a lot of sense for them to use Denuvo, especially if, say, someone manages to get a copy of the game early, and if they aren't using Denuvo, say they get it to Empress, say Empress gets it early, and they're using the Rockstar DRM. She knows how to crack that. If she got that cracked early, say a day or two early, and she exposed that the game was shit, it could ruin them. So it would probably be in their best interest to put Denuvo on it. I hate to say it, but it's true.
I agree with you on the Denuvo thing. I know we always talk bad about Denuvo, typically because how it has made performance bad, but I think a lot of that was coming from the early stages of Denuvo as well, as implementing it, learning how to implement it.
It fucks with loading times the most now. It makes loading times really bad, and it makes your frame rate bad if you have a monitor that can support above 60. If your graphics card cannot make the game run at 60, removing Denuvo probably will get it over 60, but you probably have bigger fish to fry than Denuvo being your issue. If you're getting, say, 75 frames and you have a 90 hertz monitor, getting rid of Denuvo will be great for you because you can probably get up to that 90 hertz, but that's really the only issue where you're going to really care nowadays. They have done a good job at optimizing it, but it's still Denuvo, and the concept of it, I think, is still fucked up. But I'm almost willing to give GTA 6 a pass for how make or break this is for Rockstar as a company.
It is literally, and I want to just talk about, because you did say the most anticipated title ever. I don't think that's understatement. I don't. I think Grand Theft Auto, like you said, it's not even Cyberpunk was highly anticipated, but this is on another league. This is like, I want to say 3 times bigger.
This is the Avatar of the video game industry.
There you go. This is it. We're literally going to watch the release. And I agree. I think it's going to be the best.
No, the end game, the Avengers end game of the video game industry.
Yeah, because you're right. That was it. The Avengers end game. That was it. All right. Once you've seen that, I agree. But this right here is just, if Rockstar failed, it would break them. They would not be able to recoup money.
I just don't see that happening. Has Rockstar ever had a bad mainline game? Like, has any GTA 1... I mean, GTA 1 was a weird experiment, but GTA 2 through 5?
Everyone I'm thinking of is a smash hit.
Red Dead Redemption 1, 2, and that weird Zombies DLC they had? All good. Bully games, I heard, were all good. I've never played them.
I love Bully, man.
Any other friend? I'm not a huge Rockstar guys. I don't know what other franchises are, but those are the big ones, I think.
Midnight Club? What's a Midnight Club?
LA Noire. But there's only one game, and that game sold well.
Yo, you're forgetting Manhunt. Manhunt. Hello.
Manhunt. That was the one I was thinking of. Manhunt. Yes. But all of them are good. The only stinkers Rockstar's really put out, again, is that GTA trilogy. And, I mean, have they put out anything else like that? I mean, No,
Both
okay.
of
The only thing I could think of too is that Red Dead Online, I heard, had a lot of problems that they weren't fixing. But again, they just ended up shutting that down. So I don't know what to say about that. I guess they just never cared to begin with.
No, I totally agree with you, man. And that online I heard was terrible. I did play it. I actually loved it, by the way.
Wait, was it a hacking problem?
Online. Like, there was so many different modes, and I forgot how all the different shootouts, because all the different death matches would start where you all stand in a circle and you all are pointing the gun at one person and they're like, begin, and everybody just pulls the trigger. So like half the people die right at the
You know
beginning,
what was
right?
really funny? There was actually a time period where you could pirate Red Dead Redemption 2 from Empress, get the full story mode, and then buy Red Dead Online for $5. So you could get the full experience. You could get the cracked version that those never work online, but then pay $5 to get the online experience, and now you have the full game for $5.
That's funny.
I won't say whether or not I did that, but I will say that it's the best $5 I've ever spent.
No, and I'm not gonna lie, I done did a couple of those, man. You know what I mean? I don't be too much. You know how I go, man. It's like,
Okay, I just had a thought, and this would be really fucking smart for Rockstar. You know what they need to do? Sell Grand Theft Auto 6 for $40. Sell Grand Theft Auto 6 Online for $40. Want them both? $80. Just care about GTA Online? $40. Just care about the story mode? $40. Get what you want. Get it for cheaper. Get everything. Rockstar gets more money than a normal game.
Let me see if I break that down mentally, right? Okay, it does seem smart, but I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if I sold the game for 80, I might just go ahead and get more. Now I can get the collector's edition, right? I got the other edition. I got a couple others. I could throw in some online points.
Are you saying just kind of hold a gun to people's head and say, no, you have to pay the 80 flat fee?
Anyway, I ain't gonna lie. Your move is exactly what a good PR person would explain needs to be done. But of course, through the minds of business, they go, "Oh, what the hell? They're gonna pay."
No, let's do this. This is my conspiracy theory. I'm going to borrow Dead Specimen's conspiracy theory hat.
I like that.
I'm just going to call it even. Let's say they release the game for $110 to get the online access and to get the story mode. You know what's bad about this? If Rockstar can do it and people are buying it, we can do it. So now games went from $70 to...
No, I don't think so. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 gets listen, you guys know, everyone here knows, I am no fucking shill for the video game industry, but I'm sorry, Rockstar gets a pass with this game. They genuinely do deserve a pass with this game.
Well, I like that. So let's take it and play through that, right? So let's say it comes out, it's $110. What's another big title that comes out, right? Let's say a Fallout, another Starfield, another Destiny.
They would have to go ape shit with them. I mean, because that's the thing with GTA 6. This is an ape shit game.
For well over 10 years. Okay. So, and I mean, that's from what I'm hearing. I don't know if they've been shit. They might have released 5 and immediately had 6.
Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013. Yeah. It came out like right before the Xbox One and PS4 came out.
Oh, yes. So maybe it's correct. So maybe they have, the moment it came out, started already working on Grand Theft Auto 6. So 10 years, I think you can probably slide a little more money because you let people know, like people know that. But I think Destiny, the one thing people are going to be thinking about is like Destiny can't do that. Like I don't.
I think that if you're going to create a game that has an infinitely expandable multiplayer, which Grand Theft Auto 5 kind of already had, but you're taking that and what is it, like 4 times bigger than the GTA 5 map, and that probably means at least 4 times more content of heists, of cars, of just like building, architecture, dialogue, all that kind of shit. And then you're going to have that exact same map, but with a full-fledged story mode. I think that a couple extra bones, and here, let me go back to my idea of splitting the cost up, because here's the thing. Let's actually take Joe's estimate. I'm going to take it down a little, though. let's say they sell the game for $100, right? Okay, $80, people are going to go, okay, that blows, but it's expected that they were going to charge a little more. $100. That is not completely outrageous, but that's going to get people talking. If they were to split it up 50-50, you're going to have the diehard GTA fans and the people that are diehard gamers in general that are going to go, holy shit, this is the game we've all wanted. This is the game that is going to put the entertainment industry to fucking shame. They're the people that are going to drop the $100. Then there's going to be the people like me. I'm a college student now. I don't have a lot of time to play video games, nor do I have a lot of money that I want to spend on video games. I have other shit I need to spend it on. I'm trying to get my feet off the ground, all that kind of stuff. I got food to buy, all that stuff. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to go, look, there is no chance in fucking hell I'm ever going to be able to complete the story mode. It is not happening. And by the time I graduate college, quite frankly, there's going to be so many other things out that I can play that I don't want to dedicate my time to Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll probably get spoiled by the time I actually get to play it. It's just not worth it. I am going to have her drop $50 on just the online mode to dick around with my friends who I have at college in my free time. Otherwise, if they forcibly said, no, you're getting both, you have to drop $100 to get both, I'd say, I'm sorry, no dice. So, but then you might have people in the opposite situation who maybe are, let's say, teenagers who have a lot more free time, but maybe have weird parents who are like okay with their kids playing M-rated stuff, but they don't want to interact with interacting with other people while playing the M-rated stuff. Maybe they're a parent who would be willing, also parents who don't want to drop $100 on a game. $50 is cheaper than what they were paying for video games a couple years ago. So they might be willing to drop $50 on the story mode for their kid to play and finish. They don't have to worry about their kid going online and interacting with potential creeps. And their kid gets to say that they've played the next generation GTA game and be cool among their friends.
And you know what? I like the way you broke that down. It's nice. Now, I still do think they're going to charge the 100, right? They would. Why? Business-wise, why wouldn't you? Right? Why would? I think you probably would make more money putting a gun to everybody's head and saying, hey, all or nothing.
I don't think so. I think that is a price tag that is going, unless you have a physical edition that includes some physical goodies, that's going to be too hard for some people to swallow. There's some people that are going to say, I can never pay that money, guys. I'm sorry.
He's right. But you know what I think that determines on? The reviews on the release. I
think if the game is a 9 out of 10 or better, you're going to have people willing to bite the bullet, even if it's like maybe not in their best financial decisions. I think if it's any less than a 9 out of 10, I think that the game is fully within its right to be an 8 out of 10 or higher, and I would consider it a success. But anything less than a 9, and people are going to look at it and go, I just can't drop $100.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. $100 is a lie. I can't even find myself. I remember Battlefield released, and I think Battlefield was one of them that had like, $80 and $100 versions. And I'm like, man, I can't. You're right. I just can't find myself at this point in my life because $70 was hard. That was hard for me to swallow, man. I'm not going to lie. I remember being back to when we were getting games on sale, good prices for $20, $30. You can get a new game for $40 or $50.
Ghostbuster deal, 3 to 25.
Yeah, and now you look at it like I'm buying a digital copy for $70. I don't even get the whole nothing.
I guarantee you'll be able to play in the future.
And I don't get to guarantee to play in the future. All I get is a license.
And this is why we buy PC games.
This is why I pirate PC games.
Hey, well, no, this is why you buy PC games, because then when eventually the DRM stops working on your version of Windows, you can just get the game again in 10 years to buy a cracked version from Rockstar. Oh, wait, that actually happened.
I was gonna say that's one thing about I would say the PC.
Did you talk about that already?
I did. I did talk about that. I don't remember when. I think it was.
Did you show the Razer tweet?
No.
I believe I did. I think I had the Razer tweet and everything along with it. I believe so. I have to go back. But if I remember correctly, if I didn't have it up, I read it.
Dude, when I read that, I damn near shit my pants. I'm like, why the fuck these guys get a Twitter?
Yo, Twitter be lit, man. I'm now getting on it. I didn't know Twitter be lit like it do. Like Twitter is, oh my God, man. People could have their lives ended.
Twitter is great for people who are willing to create an account, let their friends follow them, and then lock their account. That is good for two reasons. Number one, you get to say whatever the fuck you want, and the only people that get to say it are your friends. You just basically throw it into the void, and no one gets to start a fight with you. And B, being private means that you are forced to not get in fights with other people. You can just watch from the sidelines, read up on the news you want to read on, see the discourse you want to see the dumbest shit your favorite politician's tweeting, and you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit. That's the peak Twitter experience I found.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't have that because I leave all my shit public.
You're a public official, though. It makes sense.
Exactly. And I will say also, it can backfire, though. Sonic ISO, he's been going through it still with Vince Vintage on YouTube, right? And Sonic ISO, reason I know Sonic, through Gary. Okay, and I think I probably dealt with Sonic in the past at some point, but not too much memorizing that. I know Gary spoke about Sonic. So I'm like, damn, let me look into it. Yo, this man is being trashed every day on Twitter. I covered it. And guess what? Luckily, I kept it real. Because if I was on there and just said, man, you know what? Sonic's a good guy. Leave him alone, Vince. My ass would be done. I seen what they said on Twitter. I'm like, oh, shit.
Shout out to Vince Vintage.
Yeah, Vince Vintage, too. Shout out to Vince. Man. Shout out to Vince. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to give it. And Vince, by the way, I don't know if you up on the whole Sonic and Vince drama. Okay. But I can tell you the last of it was that man Vince said he feels stalked. That man Sonic then called his fiance acting like him. That man Sonic then got videos taken down, almost lost his channel. Now I will say some things, as much as Gary threw much respect on Sonic, because Gary was locked up and there was only 4 people total who wrote him, and Sonic was one. Right? So that meant something, right?
Gary has some very interesting connections, I'll say.
Gary, I swear, I don't know how he has some of the damn connections. Like,
all I'll say is that I kind of shit my pants when I saw fucking Voxy join his server.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time I be coming around something with Gary, it's always little things that make me laugh like that. Like, I look at the donation list. Look at how many hackers and modders.
Look. I'm gonna stand by what I said, that man had no ill intentions. But good lord, the people he knows is making it very hard to stand by that.
Oh, these people! I'm like, they put the.
I'm surprised Voxy didn't throw him a couple bones, or maybe he did in private.
Yo,
did you see the thing about Skid Row saying that Empress is Voxy?
Hell nah, man. Hold up.
Here. Go to oh god, I can't link you the tweet right now. Give me one moment. I will link you the fucking I will say this right now. Voxy has unequivocally denied the allegations. He is saying he's not Empress. He wants nothing to do with it, and that he has not touched hacking or piracy since the Bulgarian police came for him. I am going to unequivocally defend Voxy on this because, quite frankly, he doesn't deserve it. Like, look, I've talked to them like one time just to say hi because like I added him and he added me right back, and I was just like, oh my god, you actually added me. I'm surprised. And he was like, yeah, I did. That's the only time we've ever talked directly. But I do know that he's very, I'm going to be very blunt, sensitive about the whole situation. I don't blame him. He got arrested. He got charged. That probably was traumatizing. I don't want him associated with this. I do not want people to think he is Empress. But that did happen, and it was really stupid.
It was. And I would say, so just a quick synopsis. Let me see if I got this right. Empress initially criticized Skid Row for not being good at cracking. Then Skid Row responded by doxing Empress and revealing his identity. Okay. Then Voxy responded to Skid Row saying that he is not Empress.
Pretty much. But what's funny too is that Empress hasn't really said anything besides insulting them. Empress hasn't said I'm not Voxy, but Voxy said I'm not Empress. So I'm wondering if Empress is trying to pull some fucking 4D chess with like, oh, they think I'm Voxy. Well, all right, I'll just go with it then because that makes my real identity even more secret.
That's true. That's true. Damn, man, I ain't read up on all that. Okay, so I got some catching up.
I will say this once again. Empress is not Voxy. That was a bullshit thing that Skid Row threw out to fuck with people. I'm pretty sure, okay? Skid Row was bullshitting. Empress is not Voxy. Voxy, if you're watching this, please, God, I'm not saying you are her.
Now, I will say people... Seems like people know that they are all going at it. They know it's a big thing right now where they're just kind of battling it out. But nonetheless, man, I'm about to go get something to eat. My dogs, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Anything y'all got to say? Any last words y'all got? Let it go.
Like and subscribe and make Still 5 on the Facebook and the YouTube page as always.
Much love to Voxy.
Shout out Empress.
No, Nick, only Voxy. And Gary, because they're best friends apparently.
Yeah, and you know what, Gary, man, I gotta talk to Gary after this, man. I cannot wait because I'm about to
talk to him about Voxy being accused.
Voxy joined the
here's what I'll say this super quick because I think the only reason they did that is because Voxy and Empress are the only people who have cracked the Denuvo P2P, and I think one of them, I'm pretty sure it was Empress was originally a cracker for Codex for Denuvo. I think Voxy's always been P2P. I'm not 100% sure. So I think Skid Row, being people that are still scene people, are basically just really pissed off at them for not being scene people, and more so at Empress for betraying the scene. So they just wanted to throw Voxy in as a, hey, we hate you too because you're not part of the scene. Although what I will say is that a lot of people say that like Skid Row is under like a new team and that they're not the same Skid Row they used to be. But I've heard people saying that about every scene group. So what I'm wondering, quite frankly, here's a good conspiracy for y'all before we head off, is what if the scene's actually been dead for years and it's just one team that keeps pretending like the scene exists, but really they all just run all these shitty like download websites and they're just releasing it under names with cool crackers and shit.
Dead. If you go to the Skid Row's page and you download one of their games, right, you have to take a survey to get the password.
That's not one of their pages, though. It's allegedly there's people that will create websites with the names so that people like are like, oh, that's a name I recognize, and they go to download from it, but they're scams. But what I am wondering though is there just some one team that's just hijacked all the names because all the names have been dead, or like the whole thing with like Gateway running all, you know, Gateway, Stargate, Team Executor. I'm wondering if there's a team doing that with all the cracking groups.
Yo, all you gotta do is buy the domain.
I'm not even talking domain. Like people talk about like, oh, with the scene you have like top sites and then people that leak from the top sites and shit. I'm wondering if that just doesn't exist. If maybe there's like a dummy page that makes people think there is a top site, but really it's just all these people are just like directly releasing their cracks to these websites or something.
Damn, that is a conspiracy theory, sir. That's like that. Now that's some old Black Mirror type shit right there. Like you went deep.
That's some fucking. I mean, honestly, that's some like Illuminati type shit. But whatever.
It's like the 1%. You know what I'm saying? It's just like these guys don't even know. Watching Gary.
Hey, remember when I said I'm the ambassador to Codex? I am Codex.
I am Codex, Empress, Voxy, and everyone.
Yes, that is the team. It is me, Gary, Empress, Voxy.
I'm everybody.
Gary's our PR guy as always.
The same.
Empress, and Voxy doing the cracking, and then there's me like doing all the, you know, the like emulating the releasing. You know, it's like, oh, I'm the top site leaker.
Yo, you a fool, man. Yo, and Gary, be careful, man. All right, I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit, man. Just watch, just watch out, man. Boxy walks in the door. All right, man. Yo, my dogs, man. Enjoy college, man. Keep doing your thing. Joe, my guy, I gotta come back and get some of that ravioli and them
Definitely. Yeah,
chicken.
bring DJC money with you.
Better add me to that fucking call with Gary and
Yo,
Boxing.
I'm dead. Yo, my dogs. I'm out this thing.
Absolutely.
I'll let y'all later, man.
Holy
Boxy.
shit.